There's a strange pattern you find when you actually study wealthy people up close, and it has almost nothing to do with money. It's their mornings. While most of the world starts the day by reaching for a phone in the dark and immediately drowning in other people's demands, notifications, emails, bad news, the genuinely wealthy tend to do the opposite. They start slow, quiet, and completely on their own terms. And here's the part that matters. They were doing this long before they were rich. The morning routine didn't arrive after the wealth. In a lot of cases, it's part of what built it. Because the first hour of your day is the one piece of time nobody else has claimed yet. And what you do with it quietly sets the trajectory for everything that follows. Today, I'm walking you through the 7 things the wealthy tend to do every single morning, why each one actually works, and how to steal it, even if you're not a morning person. Number 5 is the one that changes your entire day in about 10 minutes, and almost nobody does it. Quick note before we start. This is not about becoming one of those intense 5 a.m. cold plunge people if that's not you. You can run every one of these on your own schedule, whether you wake at 5 or 8. The point was never the exact clock time. The point is, who's in control of your first hour, you or everyone else? Let's get into it. Number 1, own the first hour. Number 1, they own the first hour before the world can take it. The single biggest difference in how the wealthy start their day is simple. They get to the day before the day gets to them. Most people wake up already behind, already reacting, already on someone else's clock. The boss, the kids, the inbox, the feed. From the very first second, they're playing defense. The wealthy carve out a protected window at the start, even a short one, that belongs to nobody but them. No demands, no inputs, just a quiet stretch where they set the tone instead of the world setting it for them. Here's the mechanism, because it's not about being a morning person. Whatever state you're in during that first hour tends to become the default state you carry into everything after it. Start reactive, anxious, and rushed, and you'll spend the whole day chasing. Start calm, deliberate, and clear, and you meet the day's chaos from a steady place instead of a panicked one. The first hour is a thermostat for the entire day. The move. Claim the first 30 minutes of your morning as yours before anyone else can spend it. Wake up a little earlier if you have to. It's not about the sleep math. It's about starting the day as the person in charge of it. Number 2, don't touch the phone. Number 2, they don't reach for the phone first thing. This is the smallest habit on the list, and maybe the most powerful, because it silently ruins most people's mornings before they've even stood up. You wake, and before your eyes fully focus, your hand is already on the phone. And in that instant, you've handed the steering wheel of your own mind to 1,000 strangers. Every notification, every email, every piece of engineered outrage and comparison, all pouring in before you've had a single thought of your own. You didn't start your day. Your day was started for you by people optimizing for your attention, not your wealth. The wealthy tend to guard those first minutes fiercely. Not because they're anti-technology, they use it constantly, but because they understand that the mind is most suggestible right after waking, and whatever you feed it first sets the frame. Fill that window with other people's priorities and emergencies, and you've agreed to be reactive all day. Protect it, and you get to decide what matters before the noise gets a vote. And think about what you're actually reacting to in those first groggy minutes. An email from your boss that sets your stress level for hours, a news headline engineered to make you anxious, a photo of someone's highlight reel that quietly makes your own life feel smaller. None of it is urgent, none of it needed you at 6 a.m. But your half-awake brain can't tell the difference between important and loud, so it treats all of it as an emergency, and you've been hijacked before your feet hit the floor. The move. Keep the phone out of reach or on airplane mode for the first 30 to 60 minutes. Do not check anything until you've done at least one thing that's yours. The emails will all still be there. They always are. Number 3, move your body. Number 3, they move the body before the mind gets busy. Almost every serious study of successful people turns up the same unglamorous habit. They move in the morning. And it's rarely some punishing 2-hour workout. It's often just a walk, some stretching, a short session, anything that gets the body going before the day's mental load piles on. The specific exercise matters far less than people think. What matters is the signal it sends. Here's why it works, and it's not really about fitness. Moving your body first thing does two quiet things. It floods you with energy and focus chemistry that no coffee can fake, sharpening the exact mental tools you're about to spend all day using. And just as importantly, it's a small, early win. You've done something hard and good before most people are even awake, and that one completed promise to yourself makes the next hard thing easier, and the next one after that. Discipline is contagious across a day, and morning movement is where it gets seated. And notice the identity shift hiding in it, because that's the real payoff. When you move first thing, you've cast a vote before the day even starts for the kind of person who follows through. That vote quietly changes how you see yourself, and how you see yourself quietly changes every decision after it. It's a lot easier to skip the junk food, make the smart call, and do the hard task when you've already proven to yourself at 7 a.m. that you're someone who does what they said they'd do. The move. Put 10 minutes of movement into your morning before the work starts. A walk counts, stretching counts. The goal isn't the perfect workout, it's the early win and the energy that carry into everything else. Number 4, feed the mind. Number 4, they put something good into their mind before the world puts something bad in. The wealthy tend to be relentless learners, and a huge number of them front-load it into the morning. 20 minutes with a book, a few pages of something that stretches them, not the news, not the feed, deliberately chosen input that makes them sharper or wiser or better at their craft. And they do it early, on purpose, because the morning mind absorbs and holds far better than the exhausted evening one. Think about the compounding here, because it's the same math as investing. 20 minutes of real reading a day is a couple of books a month, 20 plus books a year, hundreds over a decade, all quietly stacking specialized knowledge in exactly the way that raises what a person is worth. Meanwhile, the person who fills that same slot with the feed ends the decade with a head full of other people's opinions and outrage, and nothing they can charge for. Same 20 minutes, wildly different life. The move. Read something deliberately chosen for 10 to 20 minutes in the morning before you let any feed or news in. Pick things that build a skill or expand how you think. Let the compounding do the rest, quietly, over years. Number 5, decide the one thing. Number 5, the 10-minute habit that changes your entire day. They decide their single most important task before they start. Most people begin their workday by opening the inbox and letting the loudest, most recent, most urgent-seeming thing set their agenda. So they spend the day busy, reacting to whatever screams loudest, and go to bed exhausted, having moved nothing that actually matters forward. The wealthy do something almost embarrassingly simple instead. Before the day starts, they ask one question. If I only get one thing done today, what should it be? And then they protect that one thing. Here's the power in it. Busy and productive are not the same thing, and the gap between them is enormous over a lifetime. There's an old idea, often called eating the frog. Do the single most important, usually least fun task first, before the day's distractions arrive to steal your focus. Because energy and attention are highest early and get spent down all day. Aim that peak at the thing that actually matters, and one genuinely important task moves forward every single day. Do that for a year and you've moved 300 important things forward while everyone else stayed busy. And here's the trap the busy person never escapes. Reacting to other people's priorities feels productive because you're genuinely working hard all day, answering, fixing, replying. But at the end of it, you've spent your one irreplaceable day advancing everyone's agenda except your own. The wealthy protect their one thing precisely because they know that a day spent only on other people's urgent little fires is a day that built nothing of their own. Busy is easy. Deliberate is rare. The move. Each morning, before you open anything, write down the one task that would make today a win. Then do that first, before email, before meetings, before the noise. Everything else is secondary, and most of it can wait. Number 6, sit in stillness. Number 6, they take a few minutes of deliberate stillness. This one sounds soft until you understand what it's actually for. A large share of wealthy, high-performing people build in some quiet moment in the morning, call it meditation, prayer, gratitude, breathing, journaling, whatever fits them. And they're not doing it to be spiritual or trendy. They're doing it because a calm mind makes far better decisions than a frantic one, and their entire livelihood runs on the quality of their decisions. Here's the grounded version. The world is engineered to keep you reactive, anxious, and comparing yourself to everyone else. And every one of those states makes you worse with money and worse with choices. You buy things to soothe anxiety. You make rushed decisions from a scattered mind. You compare, and comparison drives almost all bad spending. A few minutes of stillness in the morning resets that. It widens the gap between what happens to you and how you respond. And that gap, that pause before reaction, is where every good decision actually lives. The move. Spend 3 to 5 minutes in the morning doing nothing but being still. Breathe. Or write down a few things you're grateful for, which quietly kills the comparison that drives overspending. It feels like it does nothing. It changes everything downstream. Number 7, do the hard thing first. Number 7, they attack the hard thing while everyone else eases in. By the time the average person is slowly woken up, scrolled, gotten distracted, and finally sat down to work. The wealthy have often already done the hardest, most valuable thing on their plate. This isn't about grinding or hustle culture theater. It's about a simple, ruthless understanding of when human beings are actually at their best. Your willpower and focus are a battery, and it's fullest in the morning. Every decision, every distraction, every small stress drains it as the day goes on. So the wealthy spend that full battery on what matters most while it's full, and let the low-energy afternoon handle the easy, brainless tasks that don't need much. Most people do the exact reverse. They burn their fresh morning energy on email and busy work and warming up, and then try to do the important, difficult, wealth-building work in the afternoon when the battery's nearly dead. And they wonder why it never gets done well, or at all. Same hours, same tasks, opposite order, completely different results. The move. Match your hardest, highest value work to your highest energy window, which for almost everyone is the morning. Guard that window like it's worth money, because it is. Do the thing that matters while you're sharp, and stop saving your best hours for your inbox. It was never the routine. So here's the thing to understand, because if you take these as a rigid checklist, you'll miss the whole point. It was never really about waking at a specific hour, or a specific workout, or a specific number of pages. Look at what all 7 of these actually share. Every single one is a way of starting the day in control instead of in reaction. Owning the first hour, guarding your mind from the phone, moving before the load hits, feeding your head good input, choosing your one priority, steadying yourself, spending your best energy on what matters. Not one of them is really a morning habit. They're all the same habit wearing 7 different outfits. I decide how my day goes, not the world. And that's why the morning matters so much for building wealth, even though none of these habits directly touches money. Wealth is built on the quality of 1,000 small decisions, and you cannot make good decisions from a reactive, anxious, depleted state. The morning is where you install the operating system for the entire day. Win it quietly, and everything downstream, the spending, the focus, the discipline, the work, gets a little bit better. Lose it, and you spend the whole day trying to catch up to a day that started without you. So here's your move, and please don't try to install all 7 tomorrow. That's how people quit by Thursday. Pick just one, the easiest one for you, the one you read and thought, okay, I could actually do that. Do only that one every morning for a week, and let it prove itself before you add another. Small, boring, repeated, exactly like everything else that builds real wealth. And if this is the kind of quiet, practical breakdown you want more of, subscribe to Rich Person Habits, because every single week I take one more habit that separates the people who quietly build wealth from everyone else, and I show you exactly how it works. No hype, no shortcuts, just the stuff that works. I'll see you in the next one.